Hello, hello. I am so excited I've been so excited to chat with everybody from Platinum. And as you've heard from everybody so far, the reason that I'm so excited to chat with everybody is because this community is thebomb.com. All of the women in it are amazing. And Jenn, you are one of those incredible, amazing women that we love to have. Your journey in the last 10 months, like you joined us in January 2023, has been remarkable. It's so cool to watch the whole evolution of you. I love the work that you do. And yeah, I want to hand it over to you to share, what do you do? Like, what's your business? Who do you work with? And most importantly, why? Like, why do you love this work?
Yeah, so I'm Jen. I'm with Always Active. So I'm based in Souk, BC. It's a little West Coast town on the outside of Vancouver Island, outside of Victoria. And I work out here with all ages and abilities. I teach yoga, I do physical literacy programs, and I'm weaving in Pilates as well. So I honestly work with everybody. A lot of my programs have been based with moms doing prenatal and postnatal programs, but I've also dived into physical literacy where we're running programs for like 0 to 4 year olds
Mm.
and working with the neurodiverse population as well, introducing them to sports. So it's quite broad and wide open of who I work with out here.
Oh, it's so good. And that's who you're working with, like in the physical space. And then you've also are building up this whole online community and offering so many offerings to the online space so that those of us that don't live in your area still get to access all of your amazing teachings. Now, what is it about always being active, physical literacy, movement, reaching so many different populations? What is it about all of that that's important to you?
So I strongly believe that the foundation of like growing old in a healthy way is movement. We have to be moving our bodies to, yeah, just keep doing that as we age. And it's so important. And physical literacy starts from like childhood. So it's introducing movement to our kids when they're young helps them grow throughout their life and journey. And the younger we introduce them, the more successful they're going to be in adulthood.
Mm,
So it's really laying that foundation and then also finding movement that fits for everybody, no matter where they are in their journey or their age or what they like. There is a movement practice that anybody can do. It's really tapping into what do you like doing, what feels good in your body, and then how can you incorporate that into more of your daily living.
yeah, so good. I have not been shy in talking about this, where I've struggled to find movement practice that I like. And so it's like I intuitively or mentally know that movement is good for me. And yet I've struggled. I actually just joined a gym that is scheduled classes, and it's a variety of classes. And I'm actually really liking that. It's the first time that something has lit me up in a long time, because I used to do practice yoga, teach yoga, and then the pandemic happened and the studios closed, and I just couldn't like get that like oomph back at home that I was getting in a physical space. Of all of the movement practices that are out there, and for somebody like yourself that loves movement, what's your favorite practice to have in your body and why?
Oh, I would like mine varies. It totally depends on the day. So, obviously, yoga. I'm a yoga teacher and I live, breathe yoga. So, that just starts my day. I like to move, but then it's either walking or riding my bike to take my kids to school, going for hikes on Vancouver Island. Like, we live in the most beautiful place. So, it's hiking all the mountains.
Mm,
And running, right now, I'm really getting into running again. Like I stopped because I had 3 babies, so it's just that physical energy exertion that I need for my own mental health is
mm.
being, like, led through running right now, which I absolutely love.
Oh, I wish. I've always said I wish I could be a runner, and then I like pick up the pace one notch, and I'm like, this is not for me. But I admire people who love running. Also, can we just acknowledge that yes, you've had 3 babies in a very short period of time, and you are still showing up and prioritizing putting your gifts out into the world and growing a business. Like, what would you say to the women out there who are like maybe on mat leave or like just finished mat leave and they are like, I don't want to go back to this job. And they know that there's something within them. What would you say to that woman out there listening that is in a position that you could have been in, but you decided to grow your own business?
I think you have to listen to that, like, that feeling inside of you. Like, if you have a dream, an idea, and you don't wanna go back to that 9 to 5 job, don't do it. There are other ways. Like, this community is the reason why I didn't have to go back to my 9 to 5 and I could leave it.
Mm,
So it's actually listening to yourself and what do you want, because that's the most important, and it's, like, setting yourself up to be that best version of yourself so then you can be there for your kids. Like, now I get to be home with my kids during the day, I get to pick them up from school, and I don't have to worry about working on somebody else's timeline, and that's the most important to me.
oh, so good. Okay, so for people who are listening, we've heard a little bit about Jen, the offerings that you've created, the way you work with people, why you work with people in that particular way that you do. Now we're going to talk a little bit about your experience in platinum, and then we're going to come back and tell everybody you've got some super fun offerings coming up, and we're going to tell everybody how they can work with you, where they can find you, all of that in the moment. Let's switch gears a little bit. And I've got a couple of questions about your experience in platinum. And my first one is, what has been your favorite part of being in this community, this mastermind?
My favorite is the community of women. Like, there is a group of badass women, and, like, we support each other, we lift each other up, and we're just there for each other, and everyone's doing their own things, and it's just so amazing to be a part of this collective. Like, that is
Mm,
my favorite part.
so good. That's been everybody's answer so far.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
We need to have like a compilation that's like the community, the community, the community, the community. It's so good. Okay, so I love to hear that. Now, we meet in different ways every week. So some week we do a Q&A, some weeks we do mini masterminds, sometimes it's a mindset call, sometimes it's vortex, and then quarterly we have those back-to-back 2-day accelerators. Of all of the ways that we come together and meet in community, which one is your favorite and why?
Oh, that's a tough question. Okay, so I do love the vortex days because then we're getting like focused work done. But in addition to that, like the accelerator days where it's the back to back, where we're so focused on um like our certain themes and then we can implement it on our vortex day, like those are probably the best and most like they move your business along. So that's probably my most favorite.
I love accelerator days too. I love getting to spend 2 full days together and really understanding like where people are thriving, where they're stuck. I love when people are, having the epic breakdowns and then their breakthroughs. It's like that is the work that is needed because if we don't schedule the time to come together and intimately be in our own businesses, then days, weeks, months, years pass by and we're like, I could have just sat down for 4 hours and banged that out. But, we let stuff get in the way. And so I think those vortex days and those accelerator days are so needed. Okay, one last question about platinum, and that is for anyone who's on the fence about this program, maybe they're scared of the financial investment, the time investment. I mean, you're committing to something for a year. Maybe they're afraid because they've been burned by other coaching programs and they don't really think it's going to move their business forward. Maybe they don't feel like they would fit into the community. Whatever the reason is that people are like, they're watching, but they're on the fence. What would you say to the person who's thinking about this program, and what you could share might tip them over?
So I think that if you're on the fence, you take the plunge. Like no matter what, if it's in your heart's desire to do the program, you need to do it. You find a way, like the financial commitment, anything, because it is going to move your life ahead. Yes, your business but your life. Like,
Mm,
the mindset work we've done throughout this year has literally changed my life, the perception of myself, my business. I am showing up now way more than I would have done. So, I think you have to do it. If you're on the fence, you just do it because it's
mm,
the best program I've ever taken.
I love that, Jen. Thank you. And it's all mindset. You know, we say that to everybody. They think it's the funnel or the launch or the system. And it's like all of those things we will help you with, but you have to have the mindset to believe that you can put those things in place into your business. You have to have the mindset to believe that you can be worthy of growing a business. Like it really all comes down to, like you said, our perception of ourselves as a business owner, as a woman, as a mom, as a spouse, as a whoever we identify as, but fitting in the perception that creates our reality that, like, oh, yeah, I get to have a business and that supports my life. Yeah. So good.
Yes. Yeah, and then you also see it, like, trickle out to people around you too. It's like people in my household are seeing the change, my friends, family. It's like
Mhm.
you see the ripple effect of it all.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing those things. Now, I want to bring it back to you. And where are all the places that people can find you, like on social media, your website, that sort of thing? And do you have any offers coming up that we can make sure to link into this YouTube video, the reels and stuff that we post? Where can people get linked up with you?
So I'm mostly on Instagram. I'm at Always Active Souk over there. I do have a YouTube channel as well where you'll find some videos at Always Active. My website is www.alwaysactive.ca, where you'll find a whole list of my offerings. What I have coming up is my free kids masterclass yoga. That's coming up later this month, which is really exciting because I've seen the benefits of yoga for kids. I
Mm,
also have chair yoga starting online. So this is more of accessible yoga for other people. And then you
amazing.
can find me teaching at Sea Park in Souk.
Mm. Chair
Yeah,
yoga.
so there's
Okay.
lots of places to connect with me.
Yeah, so and such incredible offerings and so generous. So what we'll make sure we do for everybody who's listening, we'll have Jen's Instagram and website and all of that stuff linked here. If this is your first time meeting Jen, if you are new to her and you go and hit follow and start to follow along her journey, let her know that you found her from this video, this interview with My Lane Purpose. I think what is really powerful is the power of networking and connecting, and you just never know who the next person is that could change your life. And you have so many life-changing opportunities that you can offer people with Always Active. And I can't wait to see what comes from this.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
Jen.
much for having me. And thank you for the gift of platinum.
Oh, thank you. We love having you in this community. I couldn't imagine it any other way. So excited to have you back for another year in 2024. And let's do this. Let's keep chasing goals and going after our dreams and crushing down limiting beliefs and building up boundaries and all of that incredible stuff. Okay. Thank you.